Welcome to the GHQ Crew podcast, where you better stop all the hate, because in Andrews, they dominate.
And win state.
Oh,
See how that worked?
that worked really well.
Yeah,
I see what
so.
you were going to do there.
Yeah.
I like that.
You were really confused before we started, and bang.
We're here. So this is going to be a great episode. As many of you know, Andrews golf, specifically Andrews girls golf, absolutely dominates every single year.
Mm-hmm.
And this year is no different.
No, it's no different, but today, the savage of all savages.
She is pretty savage.
She's so awesome.
I think she got it from this glorious mustache having man as well.
Yeah, I can't take credit for all that, but I can take credit for the mustache.
I didn't think you were going there. I thought you were going to take credit over there.
I can't. Yeah. She's a baller, but I can take credit for the mustache, and I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah. So we have none other than Brandon and Emmy from Andrews, Texas. And Jared, I think, said it right. She's a savage.
Known it from day one.
Yeah.
She's just a savage.
Cool. So we start this out and we kind of queue up some, or better yet, we tee up some questions. This is a golf podcast, none other. But we tee up some questions, and I'm gonna start with Dad and kind of see how golf got started in the family and how you got Emmy started in the golf realm, and then how she became so good so quick. So how did you get started in golf?
I probably started. I'm in oil and gas space, and so I started probably 2007, maybe once or twice a year, oil field tournament. Dust some clubs off and
Just for work.
yeah, just go play. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I had an old set of golf mates that I got at a garage sale. And,
Yeah,
baby.
and a Cleveland Bomber driver, and not Bomber,
Launcher, yeah.
Excuse me, Launcher. Yeah,
Launcher.
I still have it, by the way. I don't hit it, but I still have it. And never anything real serious. And then my son David, he started playing in 7th grade, and just kind of some turn of events. I showed cutting horses, and some horses got hurt and crippled and whatever, and just kind of wanted to stay connected with the kids. Very important time. And so sold the cutting horses and kind of went in on all golf, just got some clubs, and here we go. Fast forward like a year, the summer before her 7th grade year, and Tommy Darling, who was their very first swing coach in Andrews, great man, great swing coach, great guy. We're on the range one day, and Bub's getting a lesson, and we just put a club in her hand and, hit this. And I mean, just immediately, and he'll tell the story we still talk about to this day. But the first shot she hit was, just a great shot. And he and I looked at each other like, hey, man, that might be something here.
Yeah.
And so just kind of from there, it just, just turned into what she wanted to do, and just she found a love and a passion for it, I think. And it's something we can do all together as a family.
Absolutely.
And just staying connected with my kids, probably at maybe the most important time in their life as, middle schoolers. I mean, so many things happening in their head and their body, and, not being present, things can go left real quick.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point you make there. You got to be present,
Yeah.
and he definitely is. But what I've always loved, and you said bub,
yeah, but
but you didn't say sis yet. You know what I'm saying? So bub and sis. If you hear that during this pipe, that's the nicknames.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm even throwing out a sis every once in a while now. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing it out there every once in a while.
yeah, I love it.
You know?
She's got a lot of nicknames. Bub, he just has one.
He just Bub.
Yeah.
Bubba.
Bubba, yeah.
Bub.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got probably, I don't know, maybe close to
Too
1,000.
many.
Too many.
Well, what I would love to say about all that is this, man. You're to be commended. you're a wonderful father, and you've done a tremendous job in that arena, and you can see that through your children and through y'all's dynamic. And the second thing is, man, what a cool dynamic you and Sis have, you and Emmy, right? Do y'all fight?
Oh yeah. I remember her answer that question.
Yeah, I would say we fight quite a lot, but like it's easy to overcome. Just
Sure.
because like we're like best friends.
Yeah.
And we're like the same person in different bodies. It's crazy.
Different genders,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but she's like
Literally
definitely my
his
mini me.
mini-me.
Yeah, she's like
So we bump heads a lot.
So
But
what,
y'all get each other too, right? I think that's what makes the dynamics so cool.
what's the biggest argument on the golf course?
Oh, he's a terrible caddy.
oh,
No,
yeah,
he's
great.
actually a good guy. I will give that to him.
Hey, I might
will.
be like professional level.
Yeah.
For real.
But she's always talking that head out there sometimes, huh?
But no, he's actually a good caddy. Just like in tournaments, sometimes he'll like look at me and give me that little stank eye, and he'll be like, "Get it together," and I'm like, "Dude, come on."
Now's not the time.
So is he, because there's a lot of parent-child dynamics on the golf course, is he one that you can listen to the swing advice, or could he tell you something and then your coach tell you the same exact thing, but you listen to the coach and not him?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird because it's hard taking advice from him. I don't know why, but sometimes I take it, and sometimes I'm like, "Dude, you don't know what you're talking about." And then someone will tell me, and I'm like, and then he just looks at me. He's like, "I literally just told you that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know what? We actually realized the other day he's the same way, because he was getting a lesson, and this guy told him exactly what I had been telling him for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at him and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, "Oh, you were telling me that?" Like trying to play it off.
Oh, that's what you meant.
I really remember.
I can remember going to my swing coach as a kid, and Dad'd be standing behind me, and he'd be like, "I've been telling him the same exact thing." I'm like,
That's literally
"Well,
what he said.
I can't listen to you."
But you can't help it, right?
No.
Like
Not at all.
you got to let them know that, hey, bro, I've been telling you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just can't help ourselves.
But
Yeah.
I think that is the natural progression
Sure.
with a junior golfer. I mean, Dad doesn't know anything, and it takes somebody from the outside
Sure.
to tell them those
Sure.
things for them, to really get it.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is, like, when she and I bump heads, we move on from it pretty quickly.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
For sure.
we take it in stride, and we may disagree, but it's easy to overcome. And she's gotten better about the swing advice, taking some of those things, just because nobody knows her swing better than I know her swing. I'm not her swing coach by any means. Shout out
Yeah.
to Dub has helped her tremendously. Tommy's helped her tremendously. But I've seen that swing a million times.
Yeah.
And so when something's wrong, I can look at her and say, "Hey, do this." It might be a ball position thing. It might be we're just getting too quick up, going up. I mean, there's different things, but it's easy to diagnose from my eye just because I've seen it so many times. And it's usually pretty easy to fix at this point, because she's a good athlete, and
Sure.
she understands her own swing too. But when there's times where she just is not seeing or feeling what's the problem here, a couple minutes, and I can pinpoint it pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Well, what's cool too, from like, I know just from all of our sessions, like, you get to be right there on the sideline kind of watching, right? And so you get to learn a lot as well.
Absolutely.
And so, through that process, you're kind of able to put the pieces together as well. And that's kind of a cool thing. And man, so many times, that's why I say so many times you see this where, man, the parent just gets in the way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you have this super cool dynamic with the both of you. It's where you're not in each other's way. You might get on each other's nerves every once in a while or whatever, but that's just love. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about what you're talking about is nobody knows the swing like you because you've seen it a million times, right? But also nobody's going to, love her as much as you do.
True.
You want the most success for her.
Right.
And so you're always coming from a good spot. It's never like to sabotage or better or, whatever, right? So just watching y'all's dynamic has always been so freaking cool, man. And like I say, it's obvious from the results. They're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I have a question. Can you beat your brother at golf right now?
Okay, so David, he quit playing golf. So yeah, obviously I could beat him when he was playing golf.
There it is. That's what I was.
It was always like me and him would be in the house and we're like, I'm a better golfer. No, I'm a better golfer. But he actually just started hitting range balls as of like a couple weeks because they're getting ready for the parent-child or the father-son.
Father-son and Andrews.
Oh, cool.
And so he
Maybe the biggest father-son tournament, longest standing too in the nation, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really.
And so he's been
Really
hitting balls, and I played golf with him the other day, 18 holes, and I was shocked. I was like,
What'd he shoot?
holy cow. I don't even know.
I don't know what he shot. He played in the boys' night out scramble on Thursday with me too, and he's actually hitting it pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, the time off probably helped him.
That's what I taught him.
And he hits it
Resetting.
He hits it a long way. He's a big boy, but he hits it a long way. I was shocked. I was like, holy cow.
I remember, man, when he was coming in, right? When he was still playing.
Oh, he's smoking it.
Dude, but both of them had that. By the way, two completely different personalities.
Absolutely.
Two completely different personalities.
Absolutely.
Is Bub like kind of chill and mellow?
Very chill.
Right here.
Gentle giant.
Gotcha.
Right here.
Okay.
He has like no care in the world.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm here.
Yeah, he could lift. He could bench press a truck.
He's got that strength.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's super big, strong, and we're gonna give him a shout out and respect while we're on here, man.
Well, absolutely. I don't want to
The
mess
kid
with him.
had some skill,
Yeah.
and if he had her swag,
Oh yeah,
bro,
Nobody messed with him.
Scott
he just
could've
he,
been
you know what it
lit.
was? He didn't know how good he could be.
Mm-hmm.
That was his thing.
Yeah.
He just didn't know, and he's so right here that if it comes, it comes. Whatever.
Yeah, so
No big
either way, it's good.
Yeah.
Kind of a deal. Yeah.
But yeah, man. He. I remember one of the first times I was like, me and you have this look, right? That we give each other like, okay.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
What is it? What
And-
is
and-
this?
We had several looks with him.
Yeah.
Like he's talented.
Yeah.
So now, did they get that from you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No,
That's I
No.
feel like you're setting me up.
That
but-
athleticism.
But I am an athlete.
Yeah.
that is true.
I don't look like one. Like, this body doesn't look like an athletic body, but
Hey,
I
man.
mean, there's an athlete in
Athlete.
That's right.
here. There's an athlete in here.
He's an athlete. He just can't play golf too well.
I can play golf well. I just have
What'd you grow up playing?
Struggle with the driver. I played everything growing up, but
Yeah.
probably my love was basketball.
Okay.
And it had just happened to be what I was best at too, and I love that sport.
We might have to have a little match.
Oh yeah,
A little one-on-one, little something.
I'll watch from the sidelines.
but I did want to
My
back
back's
up
got to get better.
and touch on something that you said earlier about knowing her swing better than anyone, and that me having the benefit of kind of being right there on the sideline and always
Yeah.
being, and learning a lot. Absolutely, I really wanted to touch on that. I've learned a ton from you. I've learned a ton from Dub. I've learned a ton from Tommy. I've learned just a ton from a lot of people. Shout out to my boy Artie Rodriguez. Like that dude, his daughter's a baller too, but he really helped me not be that crazy parent that gets in the way. Like you mentioned something earlier, like
Yeah.
there is those parents, and I see them, and I was one of them. Like, and she can
Mhm.
attest to that. Like,
Yeah.
just
Really?
super like hard and super, like, I mean, like I'm very competitive, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But and it always came from a place of love, but it was detrimental, I believe.
For sure.
It was too over the top. And Tommy Darling helped me with that too. You helped me with that. Just kind of, hey man, chill.
Yeah,
it's gonna be okay. And so I don't want to put words in her mouth, but and I'll let her answer that question. But it's night and day different
For
from
sure.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
Yeah.
probably since her freshman year. Like there's a lot of pressure her freshman year. But after that, like that's when I met Artie, was her freshman year, and he started, just saying things to me about, don't be that parent. Like he was that parent, and he backed off and like helped me tremendously. And it's helped our relationship
For sure.
tremendously too, by me just taking a step back and just knowing she is a good player. And when she gets in a jam, like I don't live and die on every shot that she hits like I once did.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's, you want the best for them, and so you're just hanging on every shot, and it becomes too much. They see your reaction. They see, oh, man.
Hey, man,
And it's
the
just-
hardest thing to do as a father is, and Clinton, you can attest to this as well, but, my kids aren't at that age yet where they're trying to compete at a higher level. But as a father, man, that's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
Is to know that, our job's to protect them.
Sure.
Our job's to help facilitate the best for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's hard to watch if you're in a moment of failure or if you're in a moment of struggle, because as a father, all we want to do is jump in and help you
Yeah.
and fix
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And we sometimes we have to learn, right? Like, crap, we got to let them do it.
Yeah. Well, they got to learn on their own. And,
That's right.
and
We
figure it
got to
out
let them
and
do
Well, I
it.
think that's the point, is if we don't let our children fail, they'll never learn.
succeed. They'll never succeed.
Yeah.
But I would also say, Lee Canute was probably, dude, he was one of the toughest I've seen on Christian, and Christian was a great player as well. And it manifested into some great success for her. But man, Lee was on her, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah.
pushed her hard. And that was an example of where it worked out. But again, if you go look at Christian, and I mean, Christian would if Christian was standing here right now, I'm 100% confident she would tell you that her father's her best friend.
Right.
That she, that they're like this.
Yeah.
And so they're I guess it kind of depends on the dynamic a little bit. But as an outsider looking in, I was like, dang, man, he goes at it. I mean, they went at it.
Yes.
Right? It was like a dynamic like I've never seen, but it also produced some pretty good fruit in Christian. She was a great player, but there was even a time when Christian got into high school that Lee did. He had to back down a little bit,
Sure.
so that she could do her thing, because if you're always looking over the shoulder, that's tough.
It becomes suffocating. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
for sure.
really could. And
For sure.
I didn't really see that, at the time. I mean, it took some help, somebody,
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know, right? And
Sure.
you think you're doing the very best that you can do. And really, in all actuality, maybe you're hindering some growth and
For sure.
suffocating a little bit. And so sometimes you just be open to learn. Like that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is if you don't know everything, then just listen. And then if you don't agree or it don't work for you, just put it on the shelf, man. Maybe come back to it later. But like you, Tommy, Artie helped me. I mean, tremendously. I don't think that her and I's relationship is where it is today if I'm still that guy that I
Sure.
was
Yeah.
then. Like I
agree.
really believe that.
But you have to give yourself and Emmy the credit there too as well, right? Because you were open to the idea of how can I improve? And more importantly, that comes from a good heart of,
Want the best.
listen, I want the best for her, no matter what. I don't care. I'll do whatever.
Sure.
I can change. I can be the same. I can do whatever, right? I'm curious, Emmy, what was that like from your perspective, right? Because I think so many times this perspective is out there and we kind of understand it, right? But as a player, what were you feeling in those moments? And more importantly, like, what was your role in it, right? What was your role in kind of that transformation? I mean, would you get super frustrated when he was being like on you, or did it hurt confidence? Did it make you, anything like that? I can't imagine that it would hurt confidence. He's savage.
Oh, she's
a
persevered.
savage.
Despite of
So dope.
persevered despite of.
I don't know. I would say like, I would get mad a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm hot tempered and all of that, and I would cry a lot, just like to him, because he would like whenever I get frustrated, I'd cry. I don't know why. That's weird to me, but I do. And so I would just cry and I would just yell and be like, dude, like you have to see from my side because like I'm the one playing. You're not the one. And I mean, sometimes we still have these moments where it's like, I have to do it myself because I'm not going to I can't rely on you forever. Like I'm going to go to college soon and I'm going to have to.
That's so wise though.
I'm going to have to deal with the coach and you're not going to be there to tell me this and tell me that. And so, and yeah, I mean, whenever he started to like back off, it was like, wow, this is a relief. And it felt really good. I mean, I was happy. We don't fight as much. We used to fight
Very rarely now. I mean, just.
And when we do fight, it's like that. Like we can get over it like that just because then we come to an agreement and we're like, oh, okay, like this is what I did wrong. I'm sorry. Like I'll be better. Right.
Sure.
And so.
Were those fights like ever on course, or were they pretty much just like after the round, or?
Mostly. Oh yeah.
Mostly
after the round,
but there were some times where like, be like, just stop, sorry, can't do it. But no, actually, crazy because he caddied for me for like technically the first time this year at the TO, and not gonna lie, I was dreading it, like so dreading it. I was like, he's going.
Look at Pops.
He's like, he's going to kill me if I play bad, and I was like, oh no, like we're gonna see a glimpse of the old dad, right? It was perfect.
Yeah.
Like it was so much fun. We
had a blast.
We had so much fun. I mean, I didn't play my best, but we had so much fun. Yeah. I mean, there was one time I was mad. He wasn't mad at me. I was mad because I had like just hit it in the crap, and I was like, dude, like what are you doing, Emmy? Like get it together. And I was mad. And he's like, you need to let it go. You need to let it go. He's like, if you don't let it go, I'm going to Sparta kick your clubs in the water. Just like joking with
my
me.
man.
And so like we were fine after that. But no, it was actually like a blast. We had so much fun.
That's so cool.
And then he caddied for me at the Texas Women's Amateur. And that was also fun. He was running down. He's a good caddy. Like actually, he was running down the fairways, shooting the front, the back, everything. Good caddy.
Oh, I already know.
Legit caddy. Like it's real.
And you can read them putts.
Well,
most of the time.
There was a couple, man.
Hey, you knew it was coming.
I feel like there's a story behind that.
There is.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to hear the story?
I do want to.
Yeah, it was a great story.
We're on the podcast. We got to hear the story.
So we're in match play and at the Texas Women Amateur, and so he reads this putt for me, and we have a like Strakaline book, and it tells you which way the green breaks and all of this. Well, he says it's breaking to the right, and according to him, that's what the book says. Right? It's like a 80-foot putt, and it breaks right. I'm like, okay, I trust you, because he was putting me on good lines, good reads, everything. It breaks 30 feet left. I still have like another 15 feet. And my opponent, she cans her birdie putt. And I was like,
awesome.
wow.
Yeah, so it didn't really, I mean, didn't really matter. So
That's like, it doesn't matter if I
We
read
just
this
trying to
right or
lag
not.
that thing.
two things, just in my defense. The book did say it's going right.
Misprint.
So they misprinted that.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, from 80 feet.
don't leave yourself an 80-foot putt. Man. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's an excellent point.
I
Caddy.
agree with
Why
that.
don't we get it a little
Yeah, what are we
closer?
doing?
I agree
How am I
with
supposed to
that.
read
From
this?
70 yards, we leave
No,
ourselves an
it
80-foot
wasn't
putt.
70 yards. It was like 100 yards.
I don't
Here
know.
we go. Here we go.
Obviously, that day I was not on.
Yeah.
I will give it to him. Why did you leave yourself an 80-foot putt? That's
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Yeah.
But you also like
Hey, it did not do what the book said it was
And-
going to do.
you want
To
to
my
know what
defense.
Hey,
you want to know
man.
what I did? I looked at him
And
and I
busted out
busted out laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I was like, dude,
That putt's going right, left.
Oh,
It's going left.
That's way
Where's
better
it
than what
going?
happened to me when I caddied.
When I told her too, I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you pulled it."
Yeah.
Pulled it 30 foot left, Dad.
Yeah.
He
Look
said,
at-
"I didn't pull it that far left," and she busted out laughing. I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's
Insult to injury that your partner or your person you're playing just drains the birdie
Oh,
putt.
yeah.
Well, it don't even matter.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
she was draining them
she
from
was
all
hitting them
over.
from she was dripping them in.
The hole was this big for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's those lines, cuz.
She was
It's those
she
lines
was
you gave her.
35 and she played at TCU and she still had the game.
You should
I was like,
have went over to her cat and said, "Can
Yeah.
I see your green book?"
Oh, she
Yeah.
didn't have one.
Yours said to go
She was her own caddy.
Yeah, she was right here.
Yeah.
She
knew
didn't
what-
have
she
one.
knew what was up.
She didn't have that book.
Yeah.
Misprint book.
That's exactly right. She did not have the
Hey.
book.
Dude,
He also stuck
I
it
just
to
want to
like
know.
10 feet.
The book says it goes right, but did you look at the putt?
I did,
Okay.
and it, I mean,
And your eye said it went right too?
no, I mean, it looked like it was going to go right. I mean, I got down and read the putt too. She read it. I mean,
she didn't disagree.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I'm
So-
just trying to get the ball back
yeah.
in your
No,
court.
hey,
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
where
yeah.
we're going with this. Like, I mean,
I think we stick to the misprint story.
yeah, that.
Dang it, I wish I would have had a book.
And we can't be at 80 feet from 80 yards.
You know, that's
I
why
mean-
one of my best friends in the world has a not nice nickname for me.
Oh, yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
La Paloma Golf Club, Adams Titleized event. I'm caddying for my buddy Ryan Guest, and we're on 7. It's a par 3.
At the golf course you worked at.
La Paloma Golf Club.
At the golf course you
I've
worked at.
played 10,000 rounds on that golf course. And we're just behind the hole, pins cut in the middle. Actually, it was a funky pin placement. I hadn't really seen it there before, but I told him I did. And I actually told him I've hit that putt a million times. I know exactly what it's going to do, and it's going to go to the right. And he was like, "Pods, are you sure about that? It looks like it might go left." And I was like, "Nah, this thing goes right. Just trust me, hit it." And he hits that thing, and it breaks 2 feet left. And I went, man, I don't know what they did with these greens today, man. They must have mowed them weird or something. And he turns and looks at me and without missing a beat goes, "Nice read, ass eyes." And that has been my name from that point forward. I am still, to this day, when I pick up the phone, he's like, "What are you doing, ass eyes?" And I'm like,
I guess I deserve that one. Yeah.
you know, yeah. But we didn't have a book. I couldn't.
No, you just worked at the golf course.
Hey, man, that wasn't no misprint.
Yeah.
That was just, yeah,
misread.
it was ass. Terrible. So, yeah, at least you're not that. That's good. We just gonna call you you know what? We can call it misprint.
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 I like that.
That's what that was.
Misprint.
That's my story. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so Connor, you may look, and y'all may know this. Connor, will you Google something for me?
Okay.
How many state championships does Andrews Golf have?
Girl side or boy side?
Ooh.
Girls.
19?
I know the number. Yeah, 19.
19. Last year was this past year was 19.
So how many consecutive years is that?
They rattled off
A-
9 in
9
a row.
in a row.
COVID happened.
That's right.
They were gonna go for 10. So no state tournament. COVID year. Come back the next year. Was actually Sis's
My
eighth grade year. Man, I mean, I can get into some stories here.
cheating
with this.
scandal.
There's a scandal. Like, I mean,
Let's
straight up.
go.
So we we go down to I take her out of school and Bub as well. We go down and watch the state tournament just for the simple fact that, and we knew some girls on the team too, but I wanted her to see
what it was like.
What this is all about. I mean, we're going to be a freshman next year. The goal is to be on varsity. I mean, so you're on varsity, you're going to contend for a state championship. And more than likely, they're going to be hanging a gold medal around your neck at the end. So that's the goal. And when I talked about the pressure the freshman year, I mean, that was part of the pressure too. But so we go down there, and I don't remember how many strokes the girls got down the first day to Argyle.
I think it was 16.
14, 16, something. It was something crazy. The girls, they didn't play their best. Argyle, they're a 5A school now, and they were at that time. They just hadn't realigned the
whatever
the
they
UIL,
do.
whatever it's called. So anyway, down 14, 16 something after day one, come back day two, and they walked that back on the front nine. I mean, these girls balled out.
Made up the whole.
Yeah, on the front nine.
Deficit?
On the front nine.
Whoa.
We're watching our last girl. So we're not in the final pairing, right? So
Sure.
Because we're 14 strokes back. Our girls finish up. There's some weather starting to build. Anyway, man, I'm just gonna call it like it is, man. Because anybody that knows me knows that that's just what
Send
you
it.
get.
Straight no chaser.
Argyle coach, I know what he did. I mean, I say I know what he did just because it's 45 minutes from the time that our last girl finished on 18 and his first group gets to 18T. 45-minute gap there. How does that happen? Don't know. Anyway, I know he held them up back there because he knew the weather was coming and knew we were probably going to get a weather delay and kind of knew all girls were already in. So you know how if you've ever been to a state tournament, like everybody knows, like once you finish, I mean, it's like
we need to know the score.
Yeah, they're running out, hitting, then somebody finds out, and then they're
Yep.
radioing to the coach or whatever. So anyway, these girls tee off, weather builds, lightning, boom, here they go, blow the horn, come off, lightning, delay again. They do that 3 times, right? So it's a 30-minute delay every time there's lightning within 10 miles. Okay. So anyway, they do that 3 times. I'm going to the restroom. The people there from the I'm not gonna back off of this.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
back
I don't
off.
know.
I'm not gonna back off.
Yeah.
So the people there at that course were very unpleasant to deal with. The staff there, one lady in particular. But anyway, this lady, and the UIL person are on the steps. I'm going to the restroom, and they're talking about the staff from the golf course is pressuring him to just cancel the tournament. I heard it with my own ears. So I'm like, what in the world? Like, when we're only been in 3 delays here.
So take day 1 scores and not count day 2.
Yeah. So they do wind up calling it after 9. So they take it to, so the first day, it's 27 hole scores is what they use. So it's tied.
Okay.
Scorecard playoff. Andrews loses. I feel like they knew exactly.
They broke it every way that we wouldn't win.
What we wouldn't win. And you're going to talk about some mad mamas in there.
No, mad everyone. It wasn't even mamas. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
in 8th grade and I was mad.
Oh,
You weren't even playing.
Yeah.
Everybody was fired up, but I
All
mean,
these parents on the chairs, standing on the chairs, yelling. Yeah, it was wild.
so we go through that process. I mean, there's a lot of commotion, whatever. So they do the awards. We walk outside.
Nothing.
Clear. Like, and there was hours and hours left to finish this tournament. It's
And
a
it's
state.
not like, there you go. It's a state event.
tournament. It's not.
Well,
the invitational up the road here.
I wasn't even there, and I'm fired
Right.
up. Look at
Yeah,
this.
no, it'll get you fired
5
up.
players for Argyle. Their
Yep.
first group was coming to 18T, which means there was 5 holes left basically
Yeah.
that could have finished in those last 2 to 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was at least
Very
3
easily.
to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Everybody else state tournament finished, and if it's all around Austin. So that year we played at
Plum Creek.
Yeah.
And so
Remembers it like it was yesterday.
all around Austin, people are playing their state tournament. Every other state tournament finished
They finished.
except for this one. I mean, they're talking about 10 in a row here, and
There's just all this stuff like
yeah, man.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
it-
and what a disgrace
Nasty.
because, dude, that's history.
yeah, for sure.
We're not talking about some
All right.
Rudy Toot here. I mean, that's history.
Yeah.
19 asterisk should be 20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like it is. It is 20.
I agree. And then they probably would have won in COVID.
Yeah.
I felt like.
Yeah.
So fast forward to her freshman year,
We just
Man.
got beat.
just got beat.
So here's
Team
an interesting
dynamic was
stat.
weird.
Wikipedia has it as 20. They give it to y'all.
Told you. See,
And
It's like
Wikipedia is never wrong.
Give
So,
it. Give 2021.
Somebody, what happens is because anybody can edit Wikipedia, some Andrews girl went into Wikipedia and said, we won.
We won it. I love it.
That's funny.
So legit 19 state titles
Girls
should be
titles.
20.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
and 2 boys titles.
2 boys state titles.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I mean, we're not going to
It's a dynasty. I
Wait a
mean,
minute. Wait a minute.
19 girls state titles.
There's only 2 boys
Yep.
all time.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought there was more than that.
I think there's more.
Midland Christian.
I thought
All those
there-
years, like Midland Christian was winning.
Well, that's TAPS though. It's not
Didn't they?
UIL.
I thought in golf they played
the
though.
boys is just, that's taps.
Yeah.
But, they play in like some invitationals
Yeah.
and stuff. But the boys only have 2.
What does
thought it
Wikipedia
was-
say?
Fascinating.
Wikipedia says the boys have 5: 1960, 1987, 1999, 2013, and 2014.
99
Yeah.
was Campbell, right?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
more.
So 2013, 2014, they won
got
back to
5.
back.
I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, either way, dynasty.
Yeah, 19.
And one of the, by the way, this doesn't come by chance. The community there is incredible. The
Yeah.
support, I mean, from a young age, man, you're introducing them to golf and you've spared no expense in Andrews, providing great facilities,
Absolutely.
so on and so forth. So, these kids have a great opportunity right out here. And we'll get into this in a minute. Clinton and I both have a very strong feeling on the recruitment processes out in West Texas. Yeah. It's why you get your tail out here, Division I, and recruit West Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Because these girls can go.
Well, that was an interesting stat that we talked about on a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
How many, like it's like $100,000 in women's scholarships that get left on the table from West Texas, southeastern New Mexico.
Yeah.
In golf.
Just left on the table.
Just
because they won't come out here.
Yep.
They won't recruit it. But Keith Livingston and Sloaney were in here the other day, and that's another one, by the way, another great Andrews player. But Keith, does it get any better than Keith? Are you kidding me? What a great guy. Well, anyway, we were sitting there talking, and it's just kind of crazy. If you look at the idea that every single year in and year out, these these teams perform at such a high level, the pressure that comes with it, right? And to not have recruitment out here, to not have these coaches at least take a look at it. And by the way, and this is what Keith said, and I was like, holy cow, man, that's so right. But we have a guy that comes in the shop all the time. His name's Mark Hermison. Shout out to Mark because he is the only other massive U of M fan, I believe, in Midland,
all of
Odessa.
Texas.
But Take it easy. But anyway, Mark always says he won't even watch the PGA Tour anymore. Not for any bad reasons other than he's like, bro, I can't do what those guys do.
He watches the ladies.
I watch the ladies because I feel like I can actually relate to that.
Sure.
But Keith had a great point, dude. He said, and I never thought of it this way, and I thought, man, golly, he is so right. Because I feel about this, talking about basketball. I feel like this in basketball. I feel like women's basketball is still the purest form of basketball there is. I think they do it more technically. I think it's more the way the game's supposed to be played. And women will break that thing down and play defense and the whole night. You still see ball denials and all kinds of stuff, great rotational stuff, picks, and you don't just see the street ball,
fundamental.
type. Yeah, it's fundamental stuff, right? But Keith was saying, dude, I just really, it's really helped my game. And it's just amazing to watch these girls play because it's such a pure form of the game. And he said, like, the dispersion of the girls versus the dispersion of the guys, right? The guys will hit it over into the, another county.
20 yards, but in another county.
Yeah. And, I can't help but wonder if, again, well, I can tell you this just because I've literally heard it from a Division I coach's mouth. They call them bangers out here in West Texas. Like, there's just a bunch of bangers out there. They don't keep in the tree line. You take them to DFW, it doesn't travel. Well, the Andrews girls travel.
Yeah, they do.
The girls teams travel.
They travel. Because
it doesn't get as far offline, and it's just a more pure form of the game. Would you agree with that after watching Emmy all these years and even Bub playing and stuff? I mean, you've been privy to some boys tournaments, of course, but would you agree with that? I mean, 19 versus 5, it's the same program.
Yeah.
Right? It kind of suggests that that's probably accurate. But man, I couldn't help but just agree 100% with him. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It is to me, it's more exciting to watch. I'd rather watch the girls, than I would the boys. Just
sure.
I have a daughter, but it's pure, like you said, that he said, and like I like to watch the LPGA Tour because I feel like I can. They play more like how I play and hit it more like how I hit it.
Yeah,
distances are similar.
Yeah.
Bad, but these girls are good. Like,
yeah,
they can hit it a long way now. But yeah, these girls, they're definitely their game does travel.
Yeah,
and this is not me being biased because of my daughter, but her game definitely travels.
100%.
We play all over the state. In her numbers, speak for themselves. And even times when maybe she hasn't played as well as what we'd like to have had, it's not because the game doesn't travel. It's a few things here and there, hiccups or whatever. But these girls game travel.
Well, it's still better than most of the field.
Absolutely.
When she has a bad day, it's still better than most of the field.
Yeah.
And she's still going to be, I can already see it. She's still going to be madder than hell after that round because it's not her expectation, right? But she could be in fourth place and, after a 77 or something and still be honked. But that speaks to her savagery.
Sure.
And her awesomeness, right?
No doubt. Yeah.
But her competitiveness. I don't know. I just think the purity that we're talking about there is it's still fairways and greens. It's not about just blasting it as far as you can and wedging it on. Like, you've got to hit the shots. And there's just a beauty to that, man. And that's not to say that, hitting the ball real far from the men's side, right, is not cool, right? And DeChambeau hitting, I will still maintain that shot DeChambeau hitting the Masters this year on 10. When I was sitting there watching him aim over the left tree, one of the tallest trees on the golf course, and just smashing that ball like nothing I've ever seen. That was super impressive, and it was incredible to watch. But dude, there's also just this beauty of watching the precision of hitting it here like it was designed to hit here. Hit the next shot. Hey, it might be a 6-iron, but we're going to hit that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, take a look this week at the Open. DeChambeau's kind of struggling with his length off the tee.
Exactly, because good point, Connor. Like that, the Open Championship this week, you better hit it pure.
Yeah. There's a
You
premium
better
on
keep
fairways.
it. That's right.
There's a
You better
premium on
keep it in the
fairways.
lines, dude.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or you're going to shoot $1 million.
Yeah.
I think, what was it, Connor, yesterday? A guy shoots, 91? 92? Something like
At
this.
the Open?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he shot like 6 million on the front. I think
They
he
are
shot like
human.
52 or something.
Yeah, there's some
I
other
could
guy
shoot 91.
the other day who won. He was shooting $1 million, and he just walked off in the middle of the round. He said, "I'm out."
I'm not making that cut.
Hey, me and Z were laughing about that because, Z, if there's any rain, he's shooting 100. And
Man, the man ain't even here to defend himself either.
no, he would say that, bro. He would say that if he was here. And
No,
I'm
he'd say
tropical.
99. He'd
If
say
it's
99.
below like 60 degrees, I'm
I
out.
ain't playing.
I'm telling you right now, if I showed up to the British Open and I stepped off that car and it was 45 and a little bit of wind, 40-mile-an-hour blow and got a little mist going on, I'm going to look at, you're my caddy, I'm going to look at it and be, let's go to the pub.
Yeah, they're done.
Well, wait, man, you tee off in like an hour and a half. We ain't playing in that.
You qualified for the Open.
Bro, this is the Open. I don't care. If Jesus is out there, I ain't playing. I'm just not.
Not doing it. I'm gonna sit in and watch it on the TV.
Hey, I'm tropical.
Fair weather golfer.
Yeah, I'm tropical. I want to get into something.
All right.
I want to get into something. So you mentioned Dub earlier and Tamara.
Yeah, oh, and Cameron. Yeah, I don't want to leave her out, but we were just talking about swings. And,
Yeah.
but the mental side, Tamara.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
for those that don't know, Dub and Tamara, Tamara is Dub's wife, and she is I think psychologist, not psychiatrist.
Psychologist?
I think so. I may have that reversed.
No, I think you're
right.
right.
Is that right? Okay. Anyway, it was a really awesome setup because Dub is a great teacher and very, he can work the mechanics and so on and so forth. And then Tamara really tapped into that mental side. Emmy was one of the people that took this on. I'm curious from your mindset, did that help a ton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Really? So what did you find in that process? Like what was it that y'all tapped into that was like an aha for you?
I don't really know if it was like anything specific.
Yeah.
But just getting to like express where I was at and like talk about like what I'm struggling with and like what I'm thinking about, and her giving me exercises to work on and like this is what you need to do that will help you reset and perform better and not just be in your head the whole time.
Awesome. That is so cool. I've talked about it at length on here in various episodes, but like when I was teaching back in the day, I always told parents, if you're here for a mechanic, that's not me.
Right.
We're going to work here. Because if we have this sharp, everything else will take care of itself.
That's
right.
the most important part.
Yeah. And, I've always, I say it playfully, but I mean it with every fiber of my being. When I call you savage, that's what I'm talking about. Like mentally, you are so crazy special. It's, and I don't know, when I think of you as a player, and I mean this like big time compliment, I think Mamba, like Kobe Bryant. I think Mamba mentality. I think Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I think Cheryl Swoops was one back in the day.
Yeah.
Diana Taurasi is another one that's just a savage, and it's this edge. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like you're right there on the edge of just at any moment going crazy and just going crazy stupid low, right? But there's also this like channeling of that competitiveness, if you will,
Sure.
in the game of golf. That's different than what Mamba could do. Mamba could just go out there and just throw down and just let it all hang out and just go. Whereas in golf, I think it's a little harder to have more of that.
Well, and sometimes you have to tame the fire.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at.
Sometimes you can't like let it. I don't know how to explain it. Just not let it like overcome you, but you have to have it like at the perfect.
Yeah.
To where like it powers you, but it doesn't destroy you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Something I say I say to her and to other people is that same fire that makes her great or makes players great in golf is the same fire that can burn the house down.
For sure.
And so
A lot
you
of
have
wisdom.
to you have to be able to harness that fire, and it over the years, I mean, she's gotten better and better at that, being able to harness that fire. I mean, we've talked about it at length. It's funny you mentioned Mamba, but I mean, I send her all kinds of,
Inspirational videos.
Mamba stuff.
Oh
and
yeah,
Jordan
everything.
stuff. I mean, listen,
I'm
some
big
people
Mamba guy.
have missed the mark on raising their kids about who the greatest basketball players are, who the GOAT is. I mean, it's MJ and it's
all the
Kobe.
way.
Like, I mean,
Let's go.
you know what I mean?
Sam.
My kids
They
have
know.
been raised right.
Yeah.
We
That's
also
right.
played basketball, so
That's
that
right.
helps.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Basketball was my first love, so
Really?
yeah.
That's a fun fact. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, y'all, we're just gonna have to get a match together.
Going
That's
down.
You're right. Like, we're kindred spirits.
Spirit animal.
Spirit animal. She's my spirit animal. I too, basketball was my first love. I still love it so much. In fact, getting back into, I went almost 20 years. I couldn't take it. Most people can't relate to that. But I literally could not sit in a gym without just wanting to lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, when I lost that, a big piece of my soul went away. And it was my fault, it was my fault. Couldn't keep my mouth shut. But that's neither here nor there. The point I'm making is it's a beautiful thing when you can take that fire and that if it's 18 and it's on the line, we already know the result. It's kind of like if you're sitting there and you get fouled at the end of the game and you go to the line and you got to make two of them to win the game. There's some folks that just know that's what's going to happen. It's going to go in.
That's right.
Mamba,
Right.
you already know.
Well, it's just
Put them on the board.
it's a
You already know.
preparation that you've done.
Yeah,
ahead of
exactly.
time, right.
Put
Exactly.
yourself in those situations.
But there's also that mentality, right?
Yes.
There's also that refuse to fail, mentality of
Just a straight up dog.
yeah,
Like, I mean,
yeah,
do you got
exactly.
that dog in you or do you not?
You don't.
I mean,
And that's
Well, also-
what sets her apart.
I feel like even if you fail, doesn't mean that you don't have that dog in you.
no,
For
true.
sure.
No.
For
true.
sure.
I
No,
think
the
it's what you
mindset.
do with the failure
Yeah.
Bingo.
that
Yeah.
reveals the fight in you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Connor, look up how many missed shots MJ had to lose the game or to win the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Failed game winners? Oh yeah, I've seen that.
like, I mean,
before. I don't
I've seen the
remember.
quote. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I've been
He had to
called on
fail
to-
X amount of
Yeah, I
times.
mean, just
Yeah.
it's what you do. Like what he said is what you do with it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you don't take that shot again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that you don't have that same fire that
Ask
when
Brian Russell what happened.
we step up there and know that we're fixing to hit this shot.
Yeah.
He's
you know.
quoted as saying 26 times.
He had the game winner and failed.
I was going to say 62, so
Yeah.
I had it.
Just let you know.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close. Breaking right.
You
with
know
30
what?
foot left.
Yeah. That was a misprint.
Yeah, misprint.
Yeah.
There we go. A misprint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking right, went 30 foot left.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Terrible.
Okay, so Emmy, what is your lowest round of all time?
66. I actually shot it the other day.
What?
I actually shot it the other day at Gentle Creek in, I think, Prosper. Is that where it's at?
Did you win? Was it a tournament?
It was in my practice round for high school nationals.
Gotcha.
But then in the tournament, I shot 2 under there, and so
it translated.
it didn't translate as good, but it did translate.
Yeah.
Went off.
But
Like-
I also did like hole it from 102 yards for eagle during the practice.
Dad's
round.
like, oh, you can hold that one from 102 yards, but you leave it 80 feet.
Exactly.
That day I was just on, just making
Look at
every
him.
putt.
I love
Look
it.
at him.
I'm getting some help.
And that
Yeah.
I need all the help I
Yeah.
can get.
So 66, and what was the
close.
breakdown? Was it 33, 33? What was the breakdown? Do you remember?
Did you go super low on one side and
No, I think it was 3 and 3.
nice?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going somewhere with that because Livingston was telling me, I mean, the future is very bright this year for you guys. That's where I'm going with this is, you know, and it will segue into preparation for state, right? But he was telling me Sloan went out at Ratliff. And I don't know when this was, the other day or whatever, but
I think
she shoots 30 on the front and limped at home, you know, got shot 30 out on the back, shoot 68.
yeah.
But state of Texas, that's what's coming for y'all.
I remember that was I think that was last summer.
Was it last summer? Okay.
And then at state this year, she was 3 under going into like hole
14.
no 13,
Mm-hmm.
and then she had a blow up on
If she was balling, though,
Where she made an 8 or something like
where
that.
she made an 8.
Okay, yeah.
She hits it out of bounds, and
that's a
then
tough.
Yeah.
That's
it's
on
a
hole-
tough hole. Like
that's hole
I'll give
14,
it,
isn't
like I give it to her. I've hit it out of bounds there before. It's just a narrow fairway, and you literally, you might be in danger if you hit 3-wood. So you technically have to hit like an iron down there, and then you still have another 160 yard shot into the green.
Right.
And so, she had a blow up there, and then
That's
but
one
she-
bad swing. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
and
But, you know, she was okay, and that was what impressed me the most, is because like sometimes whenever you're 3 under and then you hit it out of bounds, you're like, oh my
all
gosh,
the wheels can come off.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
Here comes an
sure.
81.
Yeah.
stab
Yeah.
yourself in the neck.
She bounced back.
Yeah. She shoots 74, and
Yeah.
I'm like, go you, like
Yeah.
that's so good. And I think she shot 74 both days actually
Yeah.
So y'all won state
this
this
year.
past year. You're a junior now.
No, I'll be a senior.
You'll be a senior.
She's the
Sloan.
leader.
Sloan is a
She'll be a junior.
She'll be a
Her-
junior.
Her and Abby will be juniors, and then we have, I'm not really sure who our 4 and 5 will be, but I think Brianna Van Horn, she'll be an incoming sophomore, and then Emma Salcedo, we won't have her for the fall because she plays volleyball,
Okay.
and so whenever she comes back,
As the leader, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Like you're one of the leaders there. How do you prepare these girls? Like Sloan's obviously had a little bit of experience with state, right? But like, I'm curious if part of the culture there in Andrews is year in and year out. You know, I'm sure the senior leadership. You know, how do you help prepare these girls, or do you just lead by example? I mean, do you have to be more vocal? Like, what do you?
I don't know. Sometimes I think it's hard to like be a leader and then balance our friendship, because sometimes like you have to be like, no, you need to do what you're supposed to do, right?
Right.
And you know, and I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I can fall into like not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Obviously, I'm a kid, teenager. Like,
Sure.
But sometimes, like whenever like I'm really in that leader mode and I'm like, you need to do this, like we need to like sometimes I offer to go play on the weekends, like let's all go play and work on what we need to. And I've actually gone out there and like sat and watched some of the girls practice and like watch them hit balls and help them with what they need to be doing. I mean, yesterday I was on the range with one of our girls for like 5 minutes, and she was hitting it good, and I was like, "You're hitting it good, like that's fine. Don't stress about it," because she has a tournament today, and I was gonna try and caddy for her and stuff like that. Like I like doing stuff like that, just to, like let them know that I'm there.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of hard for like older girls since I've been now I'm the oldest, but now I had older girls these past 3 years. My freshman year, I really wasn't a leader just because there wasn't one, and I didn't know how to lead.
Right, you're a freshman.
I was young.
Oh, there was some senior leadership.
There was a little bit, but
Yeah.
not much. But it's kind of hard for older girls to accept like someone else trying to be like, this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
And so it's also hard with girls because it's like drama, you know?
Yeah. Emotional.
Can be.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Sometimes I can find stuff and be like, we need to do this. And then sometimes I'm like, you know, you have to want it yourself, you know?
Just lead by example.
Yeah,
in those
right here.
moments.
And
Put them on the back and
Or just lead by example
Yeah.
in those moments. you know.
yeah.
well, just like, I think the main way that I help them prepare is encourage them. I try to encourage them and be like, even though you didn't play good, it's fine. You got to find the positives. All is going to be fine.
That's right.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
I love to be a team player.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know if anyone like agrees. I love winning more with my team than by myself.
Yeah.
Just because the sense of like community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so,
And others around you are succeeding.
mm-hmm.
It's it's success together.
Mm-hmm.
And with a team, everybody's got to do their part, right?
Mm-hmm.
But having that success as a group, that's
It's just-
special.
Yeah. No.
It's special.
And it makes the bond so much tighter.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I love it.
So we were talking a little bit about this the other day. What are your future plans?
Obviously, to play golf in college. Not sure where yet.
Okay.
Still talking to schools and all of that. But
Who are we talking to?
no, I'm just kidding. Midwestern State.
Okay.
I've been talking to the Tarleton coach.
Okay.
Like Odessa College, a bunch of JUCOs like around here. Who else? Texas Wesleyan.
Ooh,
Who else, Dad?
Big Les. Big Les
Oklahoma City
graduated from
University.
Wesleyan.
Oh yeah, Oklahoma City.
He'd push hard for you. Wesleyan.
I love that.
Who's
That
that-
coach
who's
is
that?
nice.
Big Les.
Les
Les Lettingham.
Lettingham.
He played there.
Oh, okay.
Had a good career there. And he, he's a really, really good player, but that's a cool program. It really is. They do a good job there. I'm curious just because kind of Anaya's deal. She just got second place in the women's city.
We saw that.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. She
Congrats
did
to her.
so with
A bum knee.
a bum
She's
knee.
just coming.
Yeah, man.
Just getting back.
Yeah, she couldn't. She was telling me yesterday that she would get down to read a putt and like she just couldn't stay down long enough to get her normal routine.
Brooks Koepka kickstand
Yeah.
out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And but anyway, Ali Escamilla was in here yesterday. She's of course at LCU. Anaya just committed there.
Oh,
To
She's
LCU.
going to go to LCU. And I'm just sitting here. I can't help but think, what would that look like?
world domination.
Yeah. I mean,
I think.
I'm thinking Natty right off the top of my head. If we had Allie, Emmy, and Anaya
Well,
at LCU.
Sis has emailed back and forth with Coach Massajuski over there at LCU.
Really?
I don't think
What an
y'all been on a
awesome
phone-
team that would be,
I
bro.
don't think
Yeah.
they've been on a phone call yet, but just emailing back and forth, and he's expressed some interest, and
And we have a former player from
Andrews
Andrews
player.
that plays there. Jordan.
Oh, yeah, Jordan.
Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
She's still there.
yeah. I think
Okay.
she'll be a.
She has one more
He
year?
should be a senior.
She'll be a senior.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I think she went right after Aspen, maybe. I think she was right
Yeah.
between the Escamilla girls,
I think
right?
so.
Yeah.
But Sis has expressed some interest there, and I think
Yeah,
he's
that'd be sick.
expressed some too. We did not know that Anaya went there, but hey,
Well, it just kind of happened,
It
didn't it?
just happened.
Yeah.
Last week she was trying to decide between Kingsville and Lubbock.
Yeah.
And she went and visited Kingsville and Lubbock, and she decided to go to Lubbock.
Yeah,
I think it was last few days.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. But
I heard her
She was-
talking yesterday. Chavez was trying to get her to stay here.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, I'm going there. And that's kind of where I'm going with this is JUCO on your mind. You know, that's a route that a lot of players take first. And really, it's not a bad route in golf. It's kind of the stepping stone, if you will. And I think it bridges that gap with all the NIL and all the transfer portal crap. I think it kind of helps bridge the gap, especially in golf. Do you have any interest starting at that point, or are you just like, whatever fits best for me is where I'm going?
Definitely that. I'm definitely not a D1 or bust girl. Like,
Cool.
it's not like, oh my gosh, if I don't go D1, then I'm not playing. And
Yeah.
it's sad to see a lot of people are like that, honestly.
For sure.
Like, why?
Yeah.
So no, I'm fine with going to a JUCO. I've actually really thought about it. I'm not opposed to going to like a D3, D2 school. I mean, at this point, I don't think I'm gonna go D1 just because I want to play,
Right.
and so I don't want to go somewhere where I sit on the bench and like, oh yeah, I play for this school, but I don't play.
Right.
Yeah.
I sit there and just practice and
Develop for
Yeah.
2 years and you're already developed.
and we know some girls that have went
crazy
D1,
good girls.
and that were ballers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that Sis has played with or been in the same field with at different tournaments, and go D1 and not even a Power 5 conference D1 school, just kind of a mid major that probably their season's going to be over at conference. And
they play one tournament.
and they don't even get a whiff at making the travel team, and they play their home tournament, and that's kind of it. Or maybe, battle and maybe get to go as a medalist at another tournament or, something like that. But
Man, I
it's
think
tough up there.
y'all are touching on a great subject though, because can you imagine what that would do to like confidence?
Yeah, I mean,
It destroys it. I feel
Absolutely.
like.
I mean, if you're not playing, like,
Yeah.
how do you gauge where you're at?
it could ding up some confidence. And I mean, I feel like you're going to get better in term. I mean, you're going to get better practicing, obviously, but there's no substitute for tournament play. Just like in basketball. I mean, you're going to get better at basketball in practice, but there's no substitute for game experience. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to grow leaps and bounds in that area versus just being at practice every day.
So it's just popped in my head. Talk about what it's like to be part of, I think what we can, Connor, you might have to confirm this for me, but I mean, it's gotta be the greatest ladies golf, high school golf program in the country.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's gotta be.
It's
Who else is going to have 20 of them?
definitely they're the
See what I did there?
winningest
20 of them.
20.
We ain't playing.
Wikipedia got it right this time.
But both as a player and as a parent, what is that like to be a part of the greatest high school golf program in the country?
Not only that, to be the leader of the greatest
Yeah.
golf program in the country.
It's a privilege, honestly.
Honor and privilege.
Yeah, it definitely is. I love it. I love the community. That's what's really important to me is how much everyone supports us. And I just love the girls. We have a great coach too. Since he's been back, I mean,
Best golf coach in the state of Texas.
yeah, I would
Mark
agree
Bergen.
with that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Mark
even
Bergen.
Maybe even in the nation. This dude's he's coached 10. and
What
he's
makes him
won
such
one
a
as
great
player.
coach, though, guys?
11, I thought.
Wait.
Oh,
So
he has won 11.
he's
won
coached 11 and won one personally.
Absolutely. At Andrews.
Yeah.
who's going to be more sold out for that program
That's awesome.
and all in
But
than a guy that, went there. I mean, that's his alma mater.
Is it the cultivation of the players though? Like, because correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, Bergen's involved all the way from, I mean, he's involved in one way or another from the time they're younger, right?
He's involved in the 6th grade golf, actually.
That's
So, I think once a week this past year, he would go help with the 6th grade golf.
Which is something that Andrew's just added.
Yeah, we
with
just started that.
6th grade. So they have a middle school golf program, but 6th grade is still in elementary, and they added that this year. And it's not a lot of on-course play, but just kind of rules and fundamental stuff. And
there's a lot of
how you do
kids
it.
in it.
there's a
Developing
ton of
them. Yeah.
And then in the summer, he does like the rec, the summer rec golf stuff.
For a week, they have kids come out at a certain
And so
time.
he works with, I've seen him out there giving little kids lessons.
junior
Like
lessons.
they'll call him and like, we want a lesson from Coach Bergen. Some little kid was talking to me the other day and he was like, do you think I could get a lesson with Coach Bergen? And I was like, yeah. It's like, he helps anyone, like as long as you ask. And
Highly involved. And I would say, just in listening in on some of Emmy's calls with college coaches, the way he runs that program is much like a D1 program. Just
it is.
practice the way they practice, the way they play, the way they prepare, the way that he meets with them, before the tournament, the night before, and goes through course management. And, this dude makes course books, like draws them up, writes on them, and each girl gets it's not a Strackline book.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shows each hole in green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it tells you all the notes and where not to go, where you want to go. This is an aiming point. He puts hours and hours into studying the course and the book. And it's actually very helpful. I mean, of course, like we know a lot of those courses because we play them like the back of our head, or especially me. I know. But he expects us to use them too.
Yeah.
And so he's like, you better use these things.
Then on top of that, he's a phenomenal golfer.
he is a good
Holy
golfer,
smokes.
But what a great feeling that must be to feel poured into like that. To have somebody that cares that much.
He does not hold back. He'll do anything for us.
The most successful high school programs that I know of, that is a big piece of that puzzle, right? If you're going to have a dynasty, so to speak, of great teams and great players, you'll always find a coach willing to pour into them. I was just looking it up because I had to refresh my memory, but I'm from up in the Amarillo area, and in Canyon, Texas, there is a tradition of basketball, girls basketball.
Yeah, there is.
Coach Joe Lombard.
Yep.
Joe Lombard he was almost unbeatable. Those Canyon girls teams were just dogs,
sick.
but it was kind of the same thing, guys. He was involved in camps, and he would meet with players individually, just to go over fundamentals, and wasn't coaching them necessarily. He was just pouring into them,
Sure.
just being next generational. You know what I mean? And in Canyon, dude, he would if you were a 5th grade girl and you loved basketball, Joe Lombard poured into you. I mean, just from jump. And honestly, as you got up to high school, and I'm sure you feel this way, Emmy, with Coach Bergen, but you have that family aspect at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
You feel poured into, and man, as a dad, that's got to be something that's super cool to watch. That your kid's being cared for and poured into, and that's got to be an amazing thing as well.
Absolutely.
That, folks, if you're wondering, that's how you have a dynasty in girls golf. Connor, you got something?
Yeah, so speaking of dynasty, there's not like a platform that says to the country.
Okay.
But per Texas UIL, there's been some great runs,
Okay.
but nobody with the amount of runs and the amount of domination that Andrews had.
World
And to
domination.
say this, whenever you look up most state championships in girls golf, you get UIL at some of the pages. You get the high school golf from the PGA, which doesn't give like a big database for the country, but it goes state by state. You get something from Wisconsin, and then you get the Andrews Golf website.
Wow.
So that says
Y'all are in the
something.
Google
Wow.
ranking. Yeah.
Isn't that
World
cool?
domination.
World domination.
World
Let's go.
domination.
It is the World Wide Web.
So there is a high school
Do they even
national
call it that
championship
anymore?
Yeah, that's where she
on the line.
On the line.
on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. on
You
the
got
line.
a high school national championship.
That
What?
was the tournament that they just played, and
Oh,
She
I
shot-
see.
she shot 66 in the practice round and 62 in the first round at that
62?
course. I mean, no, excuse me.
70.
200.
Yeah,
200.
200, not 62.
You were just
Whoa.
about to have a bunch of D1 calls, bro.
Hey,
She shot 62.
Roll it back.
roll it back. Not 62. Sorry, 2 under.
That was a misprint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another
misprint.
Shot 200 at high school national.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah, and hey, like
I shot 5 over for the whole tournament.
3 days,
Yeah.
and as incredible as that is, some team from California shot,
Shot
50.
55 under. And the girl that won
What?
it, 17 under.
What?
That's my
Say that again.
That's my whole
How
reaction.
many under?
17.
7.
And that's this episode, folks. Holy
Crazy. Like the competition.
That's world domination right
that's-
there.
That is.
I bet they
Bruh.
don't have 20 state championships.
Man, come on, man.
They don't have 20.
Wait, come on, man.
There's no way they have 20. But I mean,
Hey, you remember
500
hey,
as a team. Like, come on.
you
man.
remember the AAU tournaments back in the day, bro, and the
Yeah.
basketball. Like there was
Stacked
always
it
that
up.
kid that was like 37 on the other team, and
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, exactly, bro, exactly. And you're like, man, that dude is not 15.
Yeah.
That dude's got to be 23.
LPGA tour
Yeah.
players.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Nelly Corda freaking showed up. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
No, actually, the girl that was leading it all week, she didn't win it. I think she shot 11 under. This girl is in 8th grade.
Wait, Michelle Wee?
8th grade.
Stop it. The girl that shot 17 was
No, not
it was
her.
a different one.
But
She shot 11 under.
She shot
the 8th grader.
I think it might have been more, but I know for sure 11 under because she was leading it all week until the last day, and then that last day, that girl that won it shot 10 under
In one day.
She
in
shot
one day.
she shot 62.
Went off.
Yeah,
Went off.
Whoa.
on the hardest course.
Whoa.
Field Ranch West, where the new PJ Frisco.
Yeah,
where
Frisco.
Yeah.
Connor, was that California team on your list anywhere? I mean, or
I mean, I didn't see California UIL or anything like that.
They just
but
They just world
They're not
dominated
in.
this one tournament.
They just showed up.
Yeah.
They just showed up one time.
They're not.
holy
Wow.
That-
they're
they
not
do
in
a
the
lot of
world
rezoning there. They're
domination
not pure.
conversation.
They move kids.
They moved
where was the national championship at?
PJ Frisco.
in Frisco.
In Frisco.
Well,
Okay.
Frisco, Prosper, and I don't remember what the other town was.
I think it was
McKinney,
McKinney,
Kenny.
Westridge Golf Course,
General Creek.
Gentle Creek in Prosper, which is that place was freaking amazing. Like
Yeah.
it was super tight. I mean, great condition. It was pretty awesome. And then Fields Ranch is or Fields Ranch West. It's tight.
Well, they're about to have the PGA this
Yeah,
next year. There.
on the east side, which they played the east
Good
last year.
gravy.
But
Do not play the East.
But yeah, man, it was super tight. But yeah, I mean that California team is amazing. Shout out real quick, San Antonio Reagan
Oh yeah,
High School got second
and they
at
won
the high
last
school
year.
national tournament. They won it last year. They shot. What did they shoot
They shot
this year?
17
Seven.
under.
They shoot 17 under and
got
got
beat.
second place.
About
Yeah.
55 under.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
they're crazy good. They have Marissa Loya, Danielle Bailey, I think her last name is. Lydia Portlock. I'm not sure about the other two girls, but Lydia's going to UT. Marissa's going to ACU, and I don't know where Danielle's going.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
17 under.
You guys did great, but
Yeah.
not good enough.
Yeah.
They're also
Crazy.
world domination.
Yeah, jeez.
World
That's crazy.
domination,
Not
too.
20 world domination, but
Yeah.
that's beside the point. Okay, so I want to kind of round it out here. We try to close out episodes by asking a question. And it can be funny, it could be heartfelt, but what's your favorite moment in golf ever?
Ever?
Like personally?
I don't know. No. I don't really. The only one I can think of is like winning state. Is like, because so I'm the number one player, and so I play the number one spot, and so I'm the last one to finish.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, we know we win, and so they all come running to me and like spraying me, popping confetti, all kinds of stuff. I think that's the coolest thing.
That is awesome.
Winning as a team.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
How do you feel in that moment
Oh man, just
without crying?
super, super proud.
Yeah.
Super excited. You know that. So her sophomore year, freshman year, they, like we said earlier, they just got beat, right?
Yeah.
Got third place, and then to come back her sophomore year, she's playing the number one spot, and they and they won it, and all the girls just bum rushed her on 18 green, and confetti's. I mean, I popped some confetti too, but confetti's going it was just super emotional. You know what I mean? Just because the last 2 years were you didn't get it, and then her first year to win one is really it was really special. This last year was really special too.
So
And you know how hard your little girl works.
Yeah, and these kids, these girls. I mean, my girl works hard, and they all work hard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to see it pay off, after all the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears that they've put in, it's special.
Yeah.
Really special.
And so this year you're going for a three-peat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And one individually.
Win that thing.
Let's go.
Oh, she will.
I've been
She gonna win
trying, but
She gonna win it.
I haven't had the luck. Yeah.
On day two.
Day two.
Day one,
Yeah.
we've been in it
Last
couple of years.
my sophomore year was leading it after day one. Then got fourth because just didn't perform the second day. And then last year, sitting third, tied for third. Definitely did not perform the second day. Finished 10th.
So
I'm not even worried.
Yeah.
I already know what's gonna happen.
This year's the year.
I would just keep.
What was your favorite moment?
favorite golf moment?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. There's
Whenever
so
he
many.
tops his driver.
It's not. That's
Lobbed it over the
most
bow, baby.
unfavorite moment. Which I am working on that,
He's
getting
getting
that worked out. Got a couple lessons. Had a couple lessons, and we're getting it worked out.
We got it. We got it.
Getting that gain on that thing, but I don't know a lot. I mean, I've seen she's got 2 hole-in-ones. I've been able to see both of those, which I do not have one, which is
Same,
makes me
dude.
super jealous. But
Yeah, me
super
too.
excited for her.
2?
Yeah, 2. And then I don't know, seeing her win state or being able to caddy for her in some of these tournaments is really cool. I don't know. Then getting to meet Tiger last year at
Dude,
PJ
you got to let
National.
him tell that one. That one's cool.
Okay.
So I mean, just a lot of things. I just want to say this. This game of golf, man, is so awesome. We've been able to go to so many places, and I've kind of been able to go because of what she's able to do. Right? I mean, her freshman year we make high school nationals, and it's at Pinehurst, which is where I got the shirt.
We're going back next year.
And it's going back there next year. But that's the greatest place on earth for a golfer, in my opinion. We've gone to PGA National, and we've played there. Played some amazing courses and gone to some amazing places. her next tournament, and wanted to cap off her summer. Tell them where that's at.
Oh, we're going to Miami at Trump Doral.
Nice.
Yes.
That's gonna be sick.
And then this coming year for the fall, we get to go to Arizona with the golf team.
Play in Arizona. And stuff.
Really?
Is Trump Doral? Is that the Blue Monster?
Yeah, they got that and the Red Tiger, and
He's actually getting to play the Blue Monster.
she and I will play a parent-child tournament at the Blue Monster.
Dude.
They tried to take my boy Trump out the other day, but hey, we're gonna.
Did you see the shirt today?
No. See that?
What does it say? I can't
It's
see.
Trump's face, and he's wearing red and blue sunglasses, and it says America.
Trump Daddy.
Where did you get that? I want
Daddy.
one.
Yeah, Clinton,
Club
who are you
Special.
wearing?
I'm wearing Club Special. Shout out to Club Special. They are a local clothing brand. She does a great job, and Delane dropped one of these off the other day.
That's tight. I need
She didn't
that.
drop 2 of them off, just one. Cool.
I need to get that. But no, so PGA National, Charlie's playing there last year. We get done with her round, go to the scoring, and one of our boys was paired with Charlie the first day, and Tiger's in attendance, and so there's this buzz around the whole place.
Sure.
Million people probably went up to him and hitting him up for
Especially
autographs.
our golf boys. They actually went up to them and
Fangirling?
shook his hand and was like, "Can I get a picture?" What did Tiger say? No.
Deuces, no. So, fast forward, she finishes her round. I tell her, I say, hey, let's go find Charlie and let's watch. So we get out there and it's a stack up, right?
Sure.
But we pull up and it wasn't a million people. There's a ton of people. And I'm like, man,
So Charlie's already having to deal with that.
well, yeah, but I think it's a bunch of, fans and whatever, like people, all up on Tiger, right? And so we pull up and I'm like, man, we're not going to be able to get a picture with him. And, because that was the whole intent. Like, hey, we're going to go out here and we're going to meet this dude, right?
I really wasn't sweating it because I didn't want to bother him.
Yeah.
I was scared.
She was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, we
Sounds
also
like he's
met
just-
Keegan Bradley down there the night before and got a pic with him too. It was tight. But me and Keith,
I didn't know
Joe
that.
Jaron,
I also played.
Oh,
Brian
yeah, I remember
Blue.
you telling me that. Yeah,
that was cool. But anyway, so we pull up and there's all these people and I'm like, man, he's not gonna be in the mood. These people probably got him mad. You know what I mean? Like he's just wanting to be dad and watch his kid.
Sure.
Right. So, but I quickly see that it's just a stack up right there on a par 3. There's a lot of, it's just a log jam. So that thing starts to clear out. Well, there's nobody really following. I mean, just the kids that Charlie's paired with.
Camera crew.
And no, the camera crew wasn't there at that time.
Oh.
Justin Thomas's mom and dad, because, Justin Thomas's dad, Mike, is Charlie's swing coach. So they're there. So we just follow in. I'm wearing black shorts, pink shirt, and one of the kids that Charlie's paired with has the same color outfit on. Like that's their school, maybe not the school coach. That's what the team's wearing. So I just kind of blend in, man. There'd been so much rain too that you're having to be down the fairway and watch these balls land because they're plugging. You can't find them. So anyway, just real quick, the kid hits a ball, plugs into a bank. I'm out there looking, helping Tiger look and Mike Thomas, give Mike a help up out of this little step down off the bank. So I'm just fitting in. I mean, help him hunt for balls, and I'm just being like
I
just
belong
being a
here.
normal dad, like I would any other time.
Sure.
Helping hunt for balls. Like, I mean, I help every kid, whether my girl's paired, whatever.
Sure.
I'm helping. Because golf's hard enough without having to deal with a bunch of butthole parents and kids, whatever.
Sure.
So anyway, we go along there a couple more holes, and I say, hey, Tiger, you mind getting a pic with my daughter? And he's like, no, man, whatever you need. I'm like, whoa.
Whatever I need
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna need to
yeah.
ride on the jet. I'm gonna need to come stay at your house, play around here, like
One of them drivers you don't like,
just pass it all.
Yeah.
So no, but he's super good about it. So she gets a pick, and then a few holes later, I get a pick with him too. And
Because
so
he forgot to get one while I was.
well,
getting
it's
there.
just, everything's happening. There's a golf tournament going on too. Charlie's playing, and he's trying to be dad, and I even told him that. I said, "Hey man, I know you're just trying to be dad, but it mean a lot if we can get a pick." He's like, "Yeah man, whatever you need." So super cool. After he was turning down a bunch of people, like.
So do you think he thought you were part of their team or something?
I don't know.
Not part of his team, not part of their team, because he obviously knows everybody. But I don't know if he thought that I was part of one of the kids that Charlie was paired with or not. I don't really know. But long story short, we got a photo op with the big cat, man,
and no one else did.
Do you ever rub that in the Andrew boy's face?
I do to my boyfriend Jack.
Yeah.
Because he asked for a picture.
Yeah.
Right? And Tiger was like, "No, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And so actually the other day I brought it up to him and I was rubbing it in his face. I was like,
see something cool?
I was like, I got to meet Tiger, and I also, fun fact, I got to play with Trump's granddaughter.
What?
Yeah.
True story.
The same tournament, same day. Got to play with Trump's granddaughter.
Donald Jr.'s daughter. And she's good. Hey, man, she's a baller.
A good player.
She's a baller, too. Super sweet kid, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trump was not great. There. It's huge.
Huge.
My granddaughter's a good golfer.
Bigly.
She's the best.
Yeah.
Bigly.
Nobody better.
Bigly.
She's big.
Bigly.
Bigly.
She hit the driver bigly. Real far.
That's awesome. So, I mean, when I say this game, man, this game is really a cool game. Connects you.
Nobody hits a father.
I've seen him play, and he's not a scratch.
You're like the hey Trump, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody hits a farther.
Oh my.
I love it.
Oh man.
What a great episode.
But this game, man, is great. And
it unites people.
Yeah, it does. And from all walks of life.
Yeah.
And, just the people you get to meet, man, and the places you get to go, and all doing it with your kids, and staying connected to your kids has been super special to me. And I think that maybe that's my, to answer your question, maybe that trumps everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to have the Trump part in there.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
Everything.
I like that.
Just being connected to my kids and just the
Yeah.
experiences we've got to have.
Yeah. That is so cool. Here's a good question. I know Clinton's giving me the time over here.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Does Tiger win another major? Yes or no? By the way, this is a good one for the comments. Yes or no?
Well, this is
I am a firm yes. I think he wins 2 more.
So you think he catches Jack?
Heck yeah, I do.
I'm all in on.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
No, you don't get to stay quiet. You don't get to abstain from.
Well, this is
I'm
where
all in.
This is where I was going with this. Is you said you raised her right. She's an MJ fan. If you truly raised her right, she's a Tiger fan.
Well, she doesn't have to be a fan. She just has to acknowledge he's the GOAT.
See, this is where.
This is so controversial.
Okay, here we go.
But like,
Hot take,
It's
folks.
about to get real.
Hot take.
Yeah.
crap. Y'all
Hot
put me
take.
in a bad position.
Hot take.
I think he's the GOAT. I do.
Okay.
I think he was the GOAT.
Is the
Oh,
goat.
wait.
Was.
Oh, I think I know where she's going with this.
I don't.
We're in a new era.
No, I'm not
No.
gonna say Scotty
we are.
Scheffler's the
She's not
GOAT.
here.
Blah blah blah.
He's got
Scotty
a long
Scheffler-
way to go.
No,
but
he's
great.
good. He's good.
He's
No
great.
hate to him. I like him. I still think Tiger's the best, but I don't think he has it in him. I don't. I think he's.
You think he's done?
I think he's done. I think he's just doing it. Like obviously he wants to win. Like that's just your
That's
instinct.
It's his
like
blood. Yeah.
yeah. But I just don't think that he has it in him. That's just me. Just because like all of what he's been through, all the surgeries and all of this. I mean,
Dude almost
obviously
had to get his leg amputated. But he's gonna do it.
you have to be realistic though.
Bro,
Like-
he won the U.S. Open with a torn ACL.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
but you have to be realistic.
13.
and
What are you trying to say? Is he old?
what did he win with a broke
No.
leg? He won something with a broke leg too.
The Rocco Media U.S.
That's
Open.
also because
Yeah,
he
the
was
US.
young.
Listen, that dude.
Hey, that's true.
He's on.
He was young.
He's on a different
Like, no
level,
hate
man.
to him. Like, I met
I'm
him,
starting
he's
to
nice.
teeter that way too.
No, but he's working his way back.
She already threw it in there. I met him. He's super cool. Like he took a picture with me.
But
Like,
I'm
Tiger,
sta-
if
hey,
you're seeing this,
so
please
jealous.
don't hate me. But like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to teeter that way too. I'm a big Tiger fan, but I'm starting to see the. I don't know if he can do it anymore.
I think it'll be awesome if he does it right. But I'm not like.
Dude, he's. When
I
did he
don't
win
think
the
it-
Masters.
2019.
19.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 5 years removed from the Masters and an almost amputated leg. I get that. But
Okay, he missed this. How many cuts has he missed lately? A lot.
He's missed
And
4
he's
out
the-
of his last 5.
Yeah, and he's been in
Mr. Statistics over
There
there.
we go.
so
Kyle,
much-
the statistic
so
guy.
much pain.
Statistics.
You know what?
I think he's working back. I think he's getting healthy. That's
Yeah, he's
and it-
preparing
that's not
to win 2
something
more majors.
When you have that kind of a injury, it's not something you just come back that quick from. But
You
he's
hear?
yeah, I heard. But if anybody can come back,
It
I'll
would be him.
It'd
I'll
be
agree
him.
to that statement.
It'll be-
I will agree to that.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. But I'm not like,
She's not holding her breath.
Listen,
No.
He's
I
not all
held
in like
I
me.
held on to MJ even when he was at the Wizards.
Dude, this
I was
dude
like, the
still balled
Wizards
at the
finna win
Wizards.
this thing, and they didn't.
I mean, technically,
It was
because
terrible,
he bought
but-
him.
Yeah, but it-
Technically,
look at
I
his-
wouldn't bet $1 million
But
bucks
look
on
at
Tiger.
his stats when he was at the Wizards, though. They were still.
You wouldn't bet $1 million, but would you bet 10? Friendly $10. Oh,
Probably not. You
she's
wouldn't bet
saying there's
$10.
so you're saying there's a chance.
no, she's saying it's not worth the bet.
What are you talking about? I'm betting that he will. She's betting that he's not.
Oh,
It should
And
be a
it's
friend
$10.
free $10.
Next 10 years,
10 years?
I'll do 5.
5
I'll do
years,
5 years. 'Cause if
$10.
it's gonna happen, it's gonna be in the next
How
5.
old
Yeah.
is he,
He's 47.
47.
guys?
And
Jack was how old?
I'll help
on
you.
his last one?
I'll help you. 48.
Late 40s.
48. I'll help you. Champions Tour majors don't count.
It's gonna be next year. It's gonna be.
I'm
next
helping
year.
her. I'm helping her.
He's gonna win that yellow one right
that
there.
scared to lose $10, dude? What?
No, I'm not that scared.
Or you're
You're-
not that confident?
I'm helping her, Jared. I said Champions Tour majors don't count.
His face. He's so heartbroken about this.
I really am. I want him to win another one so bad.
It was actually that's actually a funny question that you asked because me and him were actually just talking about this yesterday.
Oh,
and we go at it all the time about and I'm
Tiger.
like,
So wait a minute. I want to clarify one thing because a second ago you said, you kind of slipped up. Maybe it was just you slipped up. You said was the GOAT.
You did say was the GOAT. Who's the
Okay,
GOAT?
so what do you mean by that? Are you saying that now Jack's the GOAT because Tiger
No.
didn't get there?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying that. I guess
You're saying he's still the GOAT, but he's not. He's
the GOAT
not
right now.
Yeah. Well, she's saying, I guess that his
he's not
career's
the
done.
GOAT
He's
enough
done.
now to win. I guess.
He doesn't have the GOAT mentality still. He's not the same Tiger that
He
shows
is-
up.
He's
not
not.
the
Not
same
the
Tiger.
Same Tiger.
Brandon, we're gonna remember
I
this
feel like-
next year.
But I agree.
Personally,
talk a
I feel
lot
like
ahead.
he's so more like chill now.
He's not the same Tiger.
That's maybe that's to his detriment. Like he used to freeze everybody out.
Yeah.
I mean, you see him talking to Justin Thomas and Rory and these guys. That would never, ever happen.
I will say at Augusta, it was pretty cool. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of conversation going on.
He
He
was
was
locked
pretty
in.
focused.
Yeah.
What I thought was fascinating, and really this was everybody, but he spent, golly, probably a good hour just pitching the ball and putting. And he spent all of about, I don't know, 20 minutes hitting balls.
His body can't take it.
I think he can. I think,
I don't think
He
so.
can. He's,
man, he hit some.
he is
Man, there was some
glorious.
flashes at the Masters.
That's what I'm saying,
Like
bro.
it was close. Like to me, like that probably excited me the most is seeing him there, and I was like, it's super close. Like he's super close to being back and being in contention, right?
It's just a
And-
shot here or there,
Yeah,
and we win it.
Yeah, for sure. And
It's
I think this is just, and I'm a Tiger fan, obviously. I mean, that's. I think He's still recovering. He's trying to get stronger, and I think to recover from that it doesn't happen that quick. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I think he comes back, man, and he does it.
We saw it, and this is where we saw it because this is to your point. When his first tournament this year at Riviera,
Oh yeah,
first day 18, he looked great. Second day, he looked sluggish.
Yep.
He was tired.
Yep.
It was his first tournament back since surgery.
Yep.
And I think you're right. He's still recovering, but it's almost like it's not that he doesn't have the game to do it. It's like his mentality's not there to do it.
Just from the outside looking in, it seems that it's not the same Tiger mentality,
Right.
where I'm gonna stomp on your neck, and you know what I mean. And,
No,
I'm going to beat you by 13 at
Yeah.
the U.S. Open.
but maybe that's I don't know.
But you gotta listen. You gotta feel right to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
you gotta be athletically healthy
That's true.
to be able to go out there and have that dog in you. I mean, you're not gonna have it if you're hurting.
If you and you can't.
That's
I
the
mean,
issue.
Yeah.
you can't right now.
That boy
Right
has
now.
Right now.
Now he's
Keyword,
coming
right now.
coming up.
Give him a
That
couple
boy
years
hurt
of
We are
continued
winning the
rehab.
Masters
Okay,
next
okay,
year.
okay.
Stamp it. It's
Okay.
right here. It's on the thing.
$25.
Done.
I'll pay you $25 too.
Bet.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
25
On the Masters.
Tiger wins the Masters next year. Let me draw it up for you, folks. Jack was 48,
46.
46.
I love
That plays into
Yeah,
your
but he's
favor
not, but he's not Tiger. Jack's
because
not
Tiger's going to turn into the.
I just
next
watched
major one.
the blood
Crap.
concentrate.
Now I want. Who said 48 earlier?
It
Was that
me.
you?
It was
Nobody
me.
said
I just
48.
You just wrongly said 48. Well, nevertheless, Tiger, 48 next year. He will have his Jack Nicklaus, yes, sir moment at Augusta.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm going to win 25 and 25. You know what I'm going to do?
You know what?
Because I love you.
Better yet,
I'm going to give you half.
honey bun.
Oh,
Huh?
Oh.
Get out of here. We already shook on a quarter. We going to keep it at a
I've
quarter.
never seen you scared to bet a honey bun.
No. Hang on.
No.
We're gonna keep it at a quarter right now. Let me see how I'm feeling when I'm gonna do a honey bun. I'll probably
Just
do
gonna-
2 honey buns when we get to the Masters next year because I'll be all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I'll be ready to go. Tiger will be ready.
Okay.
No, he will not.
I 100% believe he does it again. Like,
I want him to, and I believe in him. It's just not looking great.
I want him to, but I do not believe in him.
I think if he's gonna do it though, I think it has to be at Augusta.
Oh,
And it has
Yeah.
to be this year.
I
'Cause
think
he's
it's
just getting
I think
older.
that course is the one that he can realistically do it at. I think the U.S. Open's a tall
the
task.
U.S. Open though. I think maybe the Open though he could.
He could
maybe-
do it
It's
at
got to be the right
the
one.
right
it's gotta
course.
be the right
At
one.
the old course,
Yeah.
he could probably do it.
Yeah,
But I
it's gotta
think
be
he
the
could
right
pull
one.
Where
one
the
out.
greens are 16,000 square feet.
I think he could pull one out there. Masters, obviously, I think he could pull one out there.
Wait a minute.
But-
Are you saying 2 in 1 year?
Good.
We're gonna beat Jack in 1
Could you
year?
imagine if he grand slams
Bro.
it?
Imagine the minds that would just.
Could you imagine he
Mine
grand
would be
slams
blown.
You know whose minds aren't gonna be
amazing.
blown?
Not mine.
Ours.
Not yours.
it? And you're
Mine
gonna have a
will be.
steak
Win.
dinner.
We know.
A little steak
He's got to
dinner.
shore up
Yeah.
that putting, man.
That's all it is.
He's got to
He
shore.
was the greatest putter in the
He's
world.
got to shore up the putting.
You know what he
Not
needs?
all it is.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but this just happened for me.
Oh, Lord.
I used to be the 1,645,333,000th ranked putter in the world.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I got my Scotty Cameron 7.5, and I am now ranked number one in putting in the world.
Bombs.
I remember you telling us. this.
Dropping them, bro. I'm the
Dripping
greatest putter in the world with that
bombs,
putter. That's what Tiger needs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do?
You
Send
know,
him your putter.
here's the other thing I was just thinking about that just kind of came to me right now about my caddying skills.
Oh, my gosh.
Tiger, if you're listening, dude,
Uh-huh. Right here.
Do not.
I'm available.
Get my boy to carry the bag.
I'm available. I'll loop it for you.
I'll
Already have a
I'll give him the
relationship
putter.
developed.
I think we can get it together.
The
I
putt
think
does
Can
not
you
break
imagine
right.
what's going to happen?
Tiger, this is the one caddy that you hadn't had.
That's right.
I mean, you've been through plenty because you
Yeah.
haven't got here. I think we can win this together.
And I'll tell you one thing. when you chip that thing in on 17 and the ball hangs and then it falls in, my man B, he ain't gonna miss that high five.
No,
16.
he ain't.
Tackle you and
we ain't
hit you
hitting
even
this
more.
like this. He gonna hit you right there.
I'm gonna dab you up proper.
That's right.
Proper.
Steve sitting there
Straight no
high
cap.
fiving his forearm.
Forehead.
You know what I'm
His
saying?
forehead.
Yeah. I went to high five.
What's going on here?
Yeah, it's because he's a bad caddy. He doesn't know.
Oh, that's a diss.
The winningest caddy on the
ever?
PGA
Yeah.
Tour ever.
Because of who? Because of who?
Tiger.
Come
The
on.
big cat.
So I'm dissing Tiger and you're dissing his caddy.
Hey,
I don't think you're dissing him. You're
I'm just in favor of
I
the
do
better.
not have that much.
All right.
You
There's
I'm
a,
just-
just in favor of the number one caddy right now. That's all I'm.
we need to
that's
know in
where
the
I'm at.
comments. Leave a comment. Will Tiger win another major? Yes or no? That's going to be a hot take because there's a lot of Tiger fans.
I'm gonna get so much shade.
We're going
I'm
to
gonna
get
get
roasted.
I'm gonna get roasted.
Yeah,
It's okay though.
it's okay. We believe in Tiger. We love you, Tiger. And if you need a caddy, there's one in the room. And there's apparently a putter coming to you.
You hear Judas over here? Judas over here. Oh, we love you, Tiger. Now you love him. You just bet 25 against him. Remember that, Tiger. Remember that.
All right. I do love you. I've
I do
always
love you. I
loved
just
you.
don't believe in you.
I'm not
so
Gerald Wirtz.
It's true.
that guy
who
just got
is?
put on blast. I don't know
Yeah,
who he is.
but who is?
The biggest
he's the
Tiger
grit
hater
master.
in the
Yeah.
world.
No, he's tied for the lead with Colin Dobbs. Colin Dobbs
Colin
went
Dobbs
out of his
hates
way
him.
yesterday to text me and tell me what happened to your boy. It's like, bro, he's injured.
He
Big
didn't
cat.
finish last though.
Exactly.
Just second.
See
But
what
he
Cam
didn't
Smith
finish
did?
first.
What Cam
He did
Smith
shoot
did.
a million. I mean,
Cam
he
Smith,
did.
what did Cam Smith shoot the first day? Like 80?
He didn't finish last, but he didn't finish first.
What did Cam Smith shoot
all
the
that
first day?
matters.
You're not
84?
first and last. Huh? What happened?
Cam
Cam
Smith
Smith.
shot
Cam
84.
Smith. What did he shoot?
I don't know, 84.
How old's
something.
Cam Smith?
24, 23.
Yeah, he's young.
Oh, he's young.
He just won the Open a couple years ago.
Oh, he's young?
Yeah.
And he's missing it like that?
Come on, man.
Interesting.
Okay. It's
Tiger's
been,
coming back.
it's been a great episode, and there was lots of banter here at the
Yeah.
end.
Congrats.
Leave a comment. Tigers winning another major, yes or no. Thank y'all so much for being on. Really appreciate having y'all.
Thank you.
It's a great episode. You're going to win state this year,
Mm-hmm.
individually and as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And
Get to 21.
you're going to get it to 22, 21, 21,
21. Dude,
Yeah.
21.
your numbers are just off today, Clinton.
No,
It's
they're
okay.
not.
We got Connor. It's fine.
21.
Shout out to Connor.
Tiger's 48.
Statistic.
I didn't say Tigers 48. I got his age right. You asked about Jack Nicklaus, who nobody cares about.
Ooh. That's
Now,
a dig.
That
That's
is
a
going to
hot
get
take.
roasted. That's going to get roasted.
I love
Okay.
saying that to
Roark.
not Roark. I used to say that to Gerald, and I love saying that to David because they're both huge
They're big Jack guys.
Jack guys. So
I mean, listen, you can't deny him. He's pretty awesome.
he's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But he's not the GOAT.
He's not the GOAT. I was just waiting for somebody to say it. He's not the GOAT. Tiger is the GOAT. Thanks for joining us.
Man, thanks for having it.
Yeah, really appreciate having you on the podcast this morning. Airs every Friday night, 9 p.m. And we will see you on the next episode. Have a great night.